Alright guys, how's it going? I'm going to double check the volume. Volume looks to be good. And yeah, I guess I can get live on TikTok and get going. It is a little bit later than our normal stream, but we should be back on schedule for the rest of this week, which means on Friday we should be back live at 4 o'clock, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Obviously, the markets are dumping. We got to talk about that. And I mean, usually I go live today, so I just decided I'd go live later because I was on vacation this morning. I just got back. I decided I still want to go live today, and so that's what we're doing. If you guys are watching this on replay, still appreciate if you hit the like button. If you guys are new, appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. Or if you are on TikTok, hit the follow button and the like button. If you guys are just joining, appreciate it. So let's get started here with Bitcoin, and we can go from there. I know not a lot of people are going to probably show up tonight because it's a live stream that's later than normal. But let's still get started. Let's still get going, and let's talk about Bitcoin and the dump. Because unfortunately, guys, I don't think Bitcoin is going to hold $20,000. I just don't see it happening. I thought we would. Usually, previous bear markets, you hold the old high of the bull market, of what the last bull market was. You would hold that previous high in the next bear market. But unfortunately, I don't think that's what's going to happen. If it were to happen, obviously that would be $20,000. You got to hold that support. I think there'll be a bounce there. But if you guys look at the daily chart, we went right through 20K. Maybe you had a little bit of resistance at $20,000 for maybe a day or so. But when you went through $20,000 in the last bull market, which was around the 30th of December in 2020, you went right through it. I think, yeah, you went right through it. Let me find the $20,000 level. I got to find that first. Yeah, so when you broke $20,000, you went right through it. You did not have any resistance at $20,000. Let me find where that's at. 20,000. You had no resistance at $20,000, which means on the way down, it's psychological support maybe, because that's where the, but it's nothing more than that. If anything, I just don't think it's going to be much support. You might get a very small bounce there. You might go down to 20K or 20,500, get a bounce, and then eventually break it. I think that's where a lot of people are going to try to buy and think that's the bottom. I don't think that's where the bottom is. We have a CME futures gap at 18.5 on Bitcoin and $9,000. It is crazy to think that Bitcoin could go down to $9,000. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I will say this: if Bitcoin goes to $7,000 to $9,000, I would buy one Bitcoin if I can at that time. I'd probably also long on a 3L coin for a long time. Not financial advice. That's just what I would do. If we go into the single digits on Bitcoin, I'm going to buy one Bitcoin. Appreciate the follows, guys, and let's go. So yeah, like I said, as we went up to above $20,000 in the last bull market, we had no resistance there. That's why on the way down, there probably won't be resistance. You're going to go to 18.5. You might feel the gap at 9K. I think all the previous gaps for the CME futures gaps on Bitcoin have been filled, so there's no reason we shouldn't go down to $9,000. If I do the math, though, we, from the $69,000, I did it on Ethereum. $700 is at least where it's going, but I would not be surprised if you go to several $100s, like $300 on Ethereum. Sounds crazy, but it's very, very possible. That would be about 90% drop from the top. For Bitcoin, $69,000 times 0.85%, because that's usually what Bitcoin falls in a bear market is 85%. That would be 58,000. So minus the 69, you're looking at around a $10,300 Bitcoin. If it's going to get an 85% drop from the high, which was $69,000, $10,000, and the CME futures gap is $9,000. So you could go down to 10K, have a wick down to 9K. Not trying to be overly bearish, just being honest. If we go down to $9,000, trust me, I'll be shorting the markets. I'll be keeping you guys up to date. I am on KuCoin now, so I can short the market. Right now, I'm in a short. I'll go over this in more detail. I'm in a short right now on GMT. I don't think that app is sustainable. I did invest in it, but I don't think the StepN app is sustainable, especially in a bear market. I don't think that's sustainable. So I'm shorting GMT right now on KuCoin, 3S short, currently in some nice profit on that. I'm also in an E short that I opened this morning, which was at, wow, that's up 25% now. It just had a wick up to what? 5.2. I got in this morning at 4.5 cents pretty much, and it just had a wick that if I caught the wick, I'd be up 25% today. This coin is up 27% in the new trading day since 7 p.m. in the last 2.5 hours. Let me not get ahead of myself, and let me go back to Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is going to hold $20,000. I just don't see it happening. So that's, 18.5 is where the CME gap is. You're going to get some sort of bounce there. But otherwise, you just aren't going to have a lot of support. If we go back to where it came up from 20K or below from 10, we'll say 15 to 20K. Let's see if we had where we get a resistance, because that would be support on the way down. So it's looking like 18.5, you had the CME gap there, so that would be support. Also, at 19,300, you had support, so that's also where I'd be looking for some support. I guess it was resistance. Now it would be support. Maybe a little at 15.6 for Bitcoin, but so 19.3 is the next stop if you don't hold 20K. Then I'd be looking for 18.5, and then, like I said, 15.6 would be the next stop. But most of these are not very strong. We're not strong resistances on the way up because it was price discovery. So on the way down, it won't be much support. It'll be very weak support. Just be aware of that. Trade safe. Always have a stop loss in. I just don't. It's gonna be really ugly. I don't think we've had max pain in the markets yet, and that has to happen for a bear market in crypto at least. You have the blow off top, which we really didn't get, but I would expect max pain. I think max pain would be single digit Bitcoin. I think it's very possible. I'm talking 10K and lower. 85% from the top would be $10,300, and you see CME gap, which could maybe give you a wick to the 9K region on Bitcoin. That's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin in the next few months. I don't think we're anywhere near the end of the bear market, so it could take a few months for this to play out. But Bitcoin, I do think by the new year, 2023, will start to reverse to the upside. But it could take that long for this to all play out. Don't be impatient. Make money on the way down. Most money is made in bear markets by investing on the lows or by shorting the market. So that's all I'll say with that. Let me go over to Ethereum, which is now barely holding $1,000. I mean, it's at 1080, but down 11% on the new trading day in the last 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours, I should say. It's down 11%. I'm still shorting this on Ethereum 3S coin, which you can do. If you bought this 3S coin, Ethereum short, at 7 p.m. my time, I'm Central Time, it's now 9:30, 9:37, you'd be up 27%, 28% today. That's pretty damn good. Nowhere to make money. So join my Telegram. I do have a Telegram group down in the bio. For TikTok, I don't know if it's on TikTok, but it would be in my description on TikTok. And for YouTube, it's on YouTube. Appreciate the fingers. Okay. All right, let me see if shorting, finally a guy who knows what he's talking about. Appreciate it. Hey, I just started shorting. I finally figured out how to get in KuCoin. But I'm sick of losing money in this bear market. So I'm like, let me figure out a way to get in KuCoin and start shorting the market. And it's crazy how much money I can make. But it's also extreme risk if you're using 3S coins like me. So high risk, high reward. That's what I like to say. But if an asset dumps 10% and you're on a 3S coin, you make 30% today while everyone else lost 10%. I was like, wow. Awesome. Up 300% in 10 days. I don't know what you're shorting, but congratulations. Got to keep an eye on it. Props to you. All right, so, oh my gosh. I don't know why it just did this. So this is why 3S coins are extremely risky. It just shot up to 50%. 50%. If you would have bought this short 2.5 hours ago and sold right now, you'd be up 49.9%. So I'll leave it at that. Let's go over to Ethereum and look at the price action. So I'm going to do the same thing I just did with Bitcoin. I'm going to go back to when we went above these highs, over $1,000 to $1,100, and see where it was resistance. $1,000 will be psychological support on the way down, but it's not going to do much. So let's go all the way back to where it was $1,100 and see. So if we zoom in on this and try to dissect this, I'm on the daily chart right now. If you guys are on TikTok, you can't see it. Let me see where So 1079 held that support on the way up all the way back in 2021. It was around January 18th. That held that support, 1079. So that is where you're trying to hold support right now. If you don't hold that support, guys, you know, it's going to get extremely ugly, because after that point, you went parabolic pretty much from $600 all the way up to that $13.53, and then you came down and held out as support. 1067 as support, and then you had that wick down to $900. So if you don't hold 1076, $1,000 would be psychological support, but nothing else, because there was no real support there. On the daily chart, you didn't even have one red candle down there at $1,000. So and when you went up, you went right through $1,000. So I would expect 1076 to be support. Otherwise, $1,000 won't be much support. And then if you look at the big picture, any $1,000 and lower, the next real support is around the $660 level. So that would be a nice 40% drop. That would not happen immediately, but could happen in a few weeks. So if you're shorting that, congratulations. By the way, like I said, 1076 is currently what you're trying to hold support. If you don't hold that, $1,000 would be psychological support. Other than that, you're going down to below $700. That's just how I see the chart. I'm sure if you zoom in on the 6-hour chart when you went up, you could see more, but there's really no point in doing that if long term is just going to keep going down lower. So I'm trying to give you the big picture of what I'm seeing here. If you guys have any requests, let me know. I will look at it. If you guys are new, appreciate if you like and subscribe or hit the follow button, and appreciate all those gifts. So let me go over to YouTube, and so currently now this short on Ethereum S is currently at 49, 50% still, so looking pretty good, and it had a wick all the way up to 45% gains. So props if you guys are shorting the market. Okay, so the other short I'm in is GMT right now. It's currently a strong sell according to TradingView. Well, no, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I don't think this is sustainable long term. Even if we were in a bull market, I don't think GMT is sustainable long term with their plan, because when you keep paying people out in GST, the sell pressure is so immense, it's just going to go down. So the price of GST at one point was $9. I think it's around 20 or 30 cents today. I don't even know. It's stupid. But yeah, and also now on GMT, which is another coin with STEPN, the app, it's overbought on the 1 hour chart, which means more downside action. Your previous high was 76 cents. You just rallied, and your high was 62, 63 cents, but you were overbought on the 1 hour chart, which means you made a lower high, but the RSI was overbought. Bearish divergence. Look for a new low to be put in on GMT. That's why I opened my short on GMT at 69 cents. It's currently at 58 cents. Because you made a lower high when you were overbought on the 1 hour, I'm going to keep that short open. I'm not going to get out. I do have my stop loss at break even now, so it'd be really unfortunate to get stopped out, because I'm up 100% right now, but that's currently where it's at. If you go for another dip and then get overbought again on the 1 hour chart and then see the price go down, I'll probably move my stop to wherever we're at right now, which was the previous high you couldn't get above, which was 64 cents, 63 cents. So that'd be some profit. But I don't want to move it up too aggressively and get stopped out if I still think long-term market will go down, or this will keep going down. All right, so I'm trying to keep up with everything. Wow. All right, so got, okay. Phantom Ave ETH go to $180, dude. If that happened, this short would be awesome. I at least see $600 to $700 on Ethereum. What's going on with Bitcoin and ETH right now? We're in a bear market. That's what's going on, and we're not even down 85% from the highs. There's so many reasons we're going down, guys. Just pay attention. Be in the markets for 2 years, 3 years. You'll understand. I've been in the market at least 2 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years. I got in when Bitcoin was $7,500, and then from there, that was right after, I think. Was it all the way back in COVID? I don't know. It's been going, it's almost 2 years, I think. Maybe it has been 2 years. NEO was a great short for me. Congrats. So where do you think bottom is? So I already said it. If you guys are on YouTube, you can go back and watch it, but I'll go over it again very quickly. The CME gap for Bitcoin is $18,500 and then $9,000. 85% drop is usually what you see in bear markets for Bitcoin, and that would take you all the way down to 10,300. But with the CME gap, which usually get filled at 9,000, I think you'd probably have a way to 9,000. Personally, if we get close to those levels, I'm going to be putting in a limit buy probably I'll probably put a limit buy in Bitcoin around $9,000 to $10,000. And I would like to buy one Bitcoin down there if I can at the time. We'll see how long it takes to get down there. The longer, probably the better, but we will see. So that's kind of where I see the bottom. I thought the bottom would be 20K, but now the fact that we're at 20K, it just looks still really bearish. There's no volume. The price keeps going down. That's extremely bearish. And the fact that when you broke 20K in the bull market, there was no resistance there really to speak of. You were there for maybe a day. I don't see that. I just think we're going to not hold 20K. It might not happen immediately. It might not happen tonight. It might take 2 weeks to play out. It might take a month to play out. But at some point in this bear market, we're going to hit 20K and break it, in my opinion. I could be very wrong. I hope for all the bulls, and I hope for the people investing, I'm wrong. But I hope for my sake, I'm right, because I would love to buy Bitcoin that cheap, and I'd love to short it until we go down there. Full moon in 2 days. Well, I do think we're due for a bounce, so maybe that will actually play out again. XRP will hit 20 cents. We'll go in there. I don't know what's at now, but it very well could. Stock market, housing crash. Stock market has a lot more room to go down as well. That's also why I'm bearish on crypto, which is okay by me. I have no idea what to talk about. Well, I think I do, but okay. Have a good one, Black Floyd. I think you're probably salty because you're losing money while everyone else is making money. Like, I'm short in the market, but I'm making money, and you're probably losing money. That's why you're salty. That's kind of funny, actually. What happened to Eric? Well, I talked to Eric the other day, so I'm not going to get into it. It's kind of personal. But he is still around, so that's a good thing. No one knows where it's going to go. Well, you could DCA. Like I said, I don't know where the bottom is, but I do have a general idea that we're not going to hold $20,000. So anyways, if you guys have any other requests, let me know. But I think we had a good stream. We went over Bitcoin, Ethereum, GMT, all the shorts I'm in. By the way, what's Bitcoin? So Ethereum is currently at 11.15. Like I said, I think at some point it's going to go into the 700 range, probably even lower than that. But we'll have to see when it gets down there. But my next target on Ethereum, if it doesn't hold 1076 long term, is I think I said $700 or 660. That would be the range for Ethereum, and for Bitcoin, 18.5 would be the next support below 20K. So it's trying to get another dead cat bounce, and probably what's going to happen with Bitcoin is it's going to roll over, make a lower high in the 1 hour chart, and be overbought on the 1 hour chart, and we'll see there. The good thing is, well, let me look at the 4 hour chart for the RSI. That's completely bottom on Bitcoin. 1 hour chart is still in a downtrend, so that's okay. We'll have to see when the 1 hour chart gets back to being overbought on Bitcoin what the price is. If it's a lower high than the previous one, that would be a confirmation you're going to keep going lower. So I'm going to send an alert every time when Bitcoin gets overbought on the 1 hour chart. I want to know, and if it's overbought at a lower high, price-wise, that's bearish. So that's kind of it for Bitcoin. The price you have to get above to have more continuation to the upside would be the previous high, and based on the 1 hour chart, that would have to be $24,300 to be safe. If you don't at least break that and continue up, you can look for more downside action, which means you would put, because if you didn't at least get to 24.3 on the next rally, next time you get a bounce, which could be now, that would mean you didn't break a previous high, but you overbought on the 1 hour chart, which means that's bearish, and I would just look for another low, which would probably be 20K would be the next stop, and then 18.5. Yeah, I don't think you DCA in the bull market. You want to do that in bear market, but you still don't want to do it now because I'd wait for a bounce long term. But, pretty sure the follows. So most people make their money in bear markets and sell in bull markets. So technically you're taking profits in a bull market, but you made your money in the bear markets, investing into XRP when it's 20 cents and selling when it's $20. That's how you guys make money, or by shorting the markets. So either way, you can make money. So yeah, guys, that's kind of all I got. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm going to watch the markets. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know in a video update or on TikTok. I do need to make another one of those today. So that's kind of all I got. Any other requests? Otherwise, I do see Bitcoin having dead cat bounce. If you don't break $24,300, look for more downside action. If you get above it, then that would mean that you can actually probably have a nice rally, possibly all the way up to 28,300. So if you break 24.3, that would be very bullish, at least to have a dead cat bounce to 28,300. Otherwise, if you don't break 24.3, I would look for 20K on Bitcoin. Guys, that's all I got. Thanks, guys, for joining. I will see you guys in the next one. We'll be live on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe, and hopefully you guys are making money here in this bear market.